We've already discussed in our previous videos how bootcamps deceive governments and commit fraud against genuinely qualified software engineers who are highly skilled in IT. They reduce the chances of finding employment to 40% or less because more than half of those hired are clients of these bootcamps. They use software engineers' data to justify recruiters hiring unqualified personnel, committing fraud against governments, the unfairly rejected candidates, and even the bootcamp clients themselves. Why are we saying this? Because if everyone who enrolls in a bootcamp knew what we're telling them, they simply wouldn't pay a single cent to these groups. They are victims of fraud. 2. Bootcamps exploit the naivete of their clients, who land a job that was once just their dream after seeing a YouTube ad promising they'd know everything a real software engineer knows in 4 months. They promise to get them the job, and unfortunately for everyone, they deliver. Even for those who hire these services, this is truly awful. But why is it so bad? As we've always emphasized, being prepared for a job like the one we're discussing requires years of training. While many self-taught individuals achieve a high level of computer proficiency without university studies, it also took them years to reach that level. Therefore, 4-month courses will never be sufficient preparation to bring any student up to the level companies require. Convincing bootcamp clients that they are at the required level is the first deception, because these clients have never actually possessed the level of understanding and ability to develop the programming code necessary for those jobs. The second scam is convincing clients that a $15,000 course and 4 months of study will guarantee them a job. However, once they make the first payment, they are offered additional services not listed in any brochure or website. The third scam is that, at the start of the process, they are always given the solved exercises before the interview even takes place. To ensure this confidential information, the bootcamp clearly has someone within the company who programs everything this way and guarantees that these are the exercises that will be covered. The fourth scam is that interviewers approve bootcamp candidates even if they perform poorly in the interview because they possibly received a bribe. The fifth fraud is that the company's lawyers accept the falsified documentation of bootcamp candidates, as explained in the video we shared in the description. The sixth fraud, or rather the first, is concealing these fraudulent practices from the client and assuring them that they obtained the job on their own merits. If bootcamp clients knew about these scams, over 90% of their monthly clients would not use their services. The seventh fraud is that upon starting work at the companies that have just hired them, they realize the stress involved and that they are not prepared for it. Over 95% of new hires quit within the first 18 months. Some of them return to working as hamburgers, while others use the company they quit on their resumes to try to get a job at a smaller company, paying for another supposedly more advanced course at the same bootcamp. This restarts the cycle. That's why it's so important for bootcamps to ensure that at least 60% of new employees at a large or giant company are clients of these businesses, guaranteeing that the same number of vacancies are always available. How? Very simple. If out of 12,000 new employees in a year at the same company, at least 7,200 are bootcamp clients, after 2 or 3 months they start quitting because they don't feel comfortable in a job they haven't been prepared for, or they start being fired precisely because they aren't prepared for that job. This means that the following year there will be 7,000 jobs that need to be filled to replace bootcamp clients with another client from the same institution. In other words, this vicious cycle ensures that bootcamps always have jobs to fill with unqualified people and that the staff within the companies will always receive their alleged bribes. So, the only ones who win are those who receive the alleged bribes and those who deceive the students. Neither the students in these 4-month courses, nor the candidates who do have the experience and are rejected, nor the companies that have to pay the salaries of unqualified people and hire 2 to 3 incompetent individuals for the same job year after year gain anything. In the next video, we'll explain the losses for companies in each case and the losses for each government that bootcamps generate daily. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. This also helps more software engineers understand what's happening today.